Good evening, this is Jeff Blunt with Fully Baked Ideas. I'll be talking to you today about the pro forma for Sugar Buzz Wholesale Pastry Shop and its assumptions. First, start by saying that Sugar Buzz Wholesale Pastry Shop is a wholesale operation that will be servicing small to mid-sized retailers in the Charlotte-Mecklenburg and 5 surrounding county areas, and also servicing small boutique hotels and specified catering venues. The facility will rent a turnkey operation within a business park located outside of the Charlotte, North Carolina area in Stanley County, roughly about 1,000 square feet for about $1,500 per month. And we'll lock that in for the first 2 years to assure that we've got that $1,500 per month. We're going to first start off with our owner's equity here of initial cash balance of $100,000. Product sales, we're using a base wholesale for the month. Each month will start in the first year with a base wholesale number of $12,000 per month, and each month will be adjusted according to over or underage percentage. I'll briefly go over the under and overage percentage. We're looking at 20% down in January due to lack of sales of pastries in the area. February, you'll notice, goes up, thinking of chocolate sales. You'll see that March and April are about the same for $12,000 for a base. And then May and June will go up due to wedding cake sales for certain hotels and boutique style hotels, as well as certain catering companies. And then you'll see it goes back down, comes right back up in September, October, and then it goes extremely into the positive area as we looked at dessert sales for the holiday season. Our product sales per month, along with the cumulative, will be adding up throughout the time frame here. And our second year will be going to $15,000 as a base wholesale per month as the business grows. We're going to jump right in here to our direct costs. We're looking at food costs, labor, and utilities. Food cost is a 33% food cost, which is an industry standard. Food is paid for when it is delivered to the building at Sugar Buzz Wholesale Pastry Shop. Labor is 18%. However, industry standard is around 25% due to the fact that your chef/owner will be working in the facility in the business. We're able to reduce that down to about 18%. Our utilities is roughly around 5%, and this is estimated as percentage of food costs paid a month incurred. As we move down, you'll see that those are broken down through year 1 and year 2. And then we'll get into our fixed costs. Our fixed costs, we're looking at roughly around $1,500 per month, like I said, for the first 2 years. Owner's salary of $36,000 per year, and we'll lock that in for the first 2 years. This will only increase if sales allow on the 3rd year. Marketing is roughly around $800 per month based on 1 month prior sales percentage. Realize that we will be marketing. This is a wholesale industry, so we market the month prior to our sales with our wholesale customers. And then we have a loan of $50,000 from Self-Help Credit Union with a 10-year, 8% straight line interest for performance uses. As you move down here, you'll see the fixed costs go through, and then we'll go into our equipment. Our equipment costs right from the beginning was $60,000. That comes right off of our cash flow on the beginning. But we are able to depreciate that for a 4-year straight line depreciation of $1,250 per month. That's $60,000 for 48 months. As we move into our sources and uses category, you'll see that we start with an initial cash balance of $150,000. Please remember that we are going to actually start off with cash. Actual cash itself will be roughly around $7,879. This is very important to most small operations, as you do need to have enough to operate for the entire year without any revenue. I tell most of my bake shops, please make sure you have a year's worth of salary, a year's worth of food, a year's worth of rent, and a little bit more of a cushion if possible to allow you to get through your first year without having to spend any of your revenue that is coming in. You'll see where this works out at the end. Cash available, you'll see you have 150 at the beginning. Once you buy that equipment and some of your other things, you're going to start off with 78,986, and that's with your interest at 3%. You'll notice your first month, there's absolutely no sales whatsoever, even though you have already baked your month's worth of goods and delivered them. However, most of your clients are anywhere from net 20 to net 45 with an average of net 30 being the middle. So you'll notice that the very first month you get absolutely no actual product sales cash flow. The following month you'll see that $9,600, that's based on your percentage of month sales off of the baseline of $12,000 for your first year, and so on and so forth, and it works through. Second year, same thing, but you'll also notice that food costs, labor, and everything is also working off of our pulled from assumptions off of the first page. We'll move down. You'll see that the first year cash available for operations, 79 still at the end. You notice that's pretty much what you started with. And that's kind of important as you move into your second year. You need to make sure you have enough money to actually operate in your second year. See fixed costs work their way through. With an ending cash balance of 82,289 for the second year. Going into income statement, you'll see that all of your net sales and everything works through here, less your cost goods, utilities, your gross margin here, your percentages, and then they go into the operating expenses, coming down to what looks like a net operating income of negative 156933. This is accurate. Remember, your first month you had absolutely no cash coming in. Come down with your depreciation. You'll see that as we work through this, this is where your key number is. Actual number for the month, for the year ending, was 242824. This area right here. So technically you made money, but your first year you went ahead and depreciated $15,000. So you're looking at $13,227 with your adjustment for depreciation. Go into year 2, and you'll notice that those numbers all transfer down. Here's the first year you'll actually start making money that actually looks good on the bank income statement as well. 351641, or your actual beforehand 18516. Not too bad. We're going to our last section here, which is our balance sheet. And please remember, when you're going into this, 1 out of 5 are going to make this in the industry. You really need to make sure that you've got that cash flow on your hand for the first year, so that way you can actually move into your second year. As you look at this balance sheet, you will notice that your total equity of 86,772 for the first year, 92,89 for the second year. Total liability and stockholder equity, 131, 130. Sorry about that. Loan payable at 45 for the first, 40 for the second. Paid in capital 100. You're looking at 13,228, which is what gives you that 86,100. 9711 for the second at 90. So everything's equaling out to 0. I'd like to thank you for joining us tonight for the pro forma assumptions walkthrough for Sugar Buzz Pastry Shop Wholesale Division. This has been Jeff Blunt with Fully Baked Ideas. Thank you and have a great day. Sweet baking, y'all.